Have you ever wondered why OrthoK lenses sometimes decenter, no matter how precise you're trying to achieve that fit? The reason that it usually happens is if you're doing it with an empirical fit and you're just measuring 3 millimeters at the center with an autokeratometer, that usually will make a suggestion on the rate of flattening of the cornea, on the eccentricity, and therefore you won't get that precise alignment because you're just measuring 3 millimeters at the center. So I have done it once actually, where I fitted a patient just with the autokeratometer K readings, and it was awful. And it was awful, and I said to myself, never again. I need more precise data. So when I started working, I started doing just a regular corneal topographer, but then I switched to the ESP. And this is the case for a patient of Catherine Galina Busha, Dr. Katerina, and Dr. Taylor Daly, which they actually had this patient where they were fitting with a corneal topographer, which, as you know, it can give you a measure of 8 to 9 millimeters. So they went and they actually did the first lens fit, the first fit, sorry, with the topographer, and they got not that great result. They went again and just measured the cornea again, and they did the second remake of that lens. And again, there was lack of centration, comfort wasn't that good, and visual acuity wasn't that great as well. Because as you know, when the lens decentered, there can be some glare, and the vision could be a little bit worse. So they decided to go ahead and just do a scan with the ESP. And with the ESP, they were able to measure chord lengths. So the chord lengths that they measure, and that's just based on the design of the CRT, is 8 millimeters, which is the end of the reverse curve, and 10 millimeters, which is the end of the alignment zone. So in these two chord lengths, they got a difference of 10 microns. So they got a reading of 40 at the 8 millimeter and 50 at the 10. So these 10 microns, what it actually meant was just changing the toricity on the reverse curve by 25 microns. And it is so magical that 25 microns can make that much difference on centration for that patient and comfort. So with these 25 microns, they actually gain good centration, a non-rotational lens, and they actually gain a 20/20 visual acuity. So this is why it is so critical to measure the whole cornea, limbus to limbus, and with the ESP, we got that ability to do so. So as you can just check on the tangential map, and you can just see like this well-centered red ring on the map. And as well, if you look at the curvature map on the ESP and the Tommy topographer, you can see that bullseye, and that is what we always try to achieve